Hey guys, Jim Edwards here with take 2 of virtual Letting the Chickens Out with Jim. So, we had a little technical issue with a rooster who would not shut the heck up. And so we're reshooting today's virtual Chickens with Jim. So, here's today what we're going to be talking about. And today's lesson is sponsored by the word perseverance. And today's quote is from Samuel Johnson, a famous author from the 18th century, who said, "Great works are performed not by strength, but by perseverance." So, what does that mean? Well, it means that the strongest person is not necessarily the person who is able to create the greatest results. So what that quote means to me is that the number one thing is we need to stay the course. A lot of times, especially in online business, everybody flits from this to that, to that, to this. And they end up sabotaging their own success because they never stick with something long enough to actually get results. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Gene. Hey, Gordon. The other thing that means is just to stay on target. Staying on course means heading in the right direction, but stay on target with what you're intending to do and with what you originally intended to do. Again, most people are like, okay, well, I'm heading in this direction. And they're like, squirrel, 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 squirrel. And they end up having lots and lots of problems. So stay on track. Stay on track with what you originally said you were going to do. If you're targeting a certain audience, stay with that audience. Chances are that audience didn't disappear. Maybe you just need to figure out a better angle for that audience. And probably the biggest thing is to avoid distraction. This is the biggest killer of business, and the people I see who are able to avoid distraction are the ones who are able to be super successful. Now, the person who immediately comes to mind is my buddy Russell Brunson and ClickFunnels. Now, Russell used to be all over the map, and I remember, and I've told him this, when he started ClickFunnels and they approached me about promoting, and I was like, man, those dudes are going to be on to the next thing in another 3 to 6 months. Well, 6 months went by and they kept pushing it. A year went by and they kept pushing it. And I'm like, dude, these guys are doing something. And so they've stuck with it now for, I think, 6 years, and they've got over 100,000 people paying them every single month. And their company is valued in the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. So I think avoiding distraction is probably the biggest one. So most of all, to me though, this means keep doing what you know you should do long after it stops being fun. You know, making videos is fun. The first few times you do it and you get it figured out, it's like, hey, this is new, yay. The problem is, anything that's fun stops being fun. My buddy Stu Smith said, you know, the problem with turning your hobby into a business is you lose your hobby. So the thing you got to remember, though, is that the profits typically come long after it stops being fun, because you actually worked it, because you stuck with it, because you made it happen and you stayed with it long enough that people are like, whoa, he must be serious, she must be serious, and this is something I really need to take a look at, because everybody else is super distracted too. So keep doing what you should be doing long after it stops being fun. And I hope you enjoyed this virtual edition of Letting the Chickens Out with Jim. The reason we're doing the virtual edition of Letting the Chickens Out with Jim is because it's raining like crazy outside. It's raining like heck outside, and I didn't feel like getting soaking wet. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Make sure, if you have not joined already, make sure you join my Sales Copywriting Content Marketing Hacks Sales Copywriting Content Marketing Hacks group on Facebook. Check out our podcast, and everybody have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.